Hi folks, really pleased today to be able to bring you more content on financing your house, that very important element of being able to buy a house. And once again, I'm really grateful. Orla from Trussle has agreed to join me, and I want to talk. Orla, hi, good to see you. I want to talk today about the process of working with a mortgage broker. Let's just really kind of dive into the detail of how somebody should work with a broker. How do you get the best out of you?
Well, I'd say honesty. Be completely upfront with your broker. Tell them the whole situation. Is there anything complex about your circumstances? Are you buying from a family member, or is there anything unusual about the property?
Okay.
Don't try and hide things because you think it's going to be an issue for your application.
Just get it all out there.
Get it all out.
Yeah.
Be as honest as possible. Even when you're remortgaging, why are you raising additional funds? Really just narrow down exactly what you're looking to do.
And I can easily imagine and assume that people are reluctant to do that.
Yeah.
Because they think, I don't really want to put that I've got a big credit card bill because...
Yeah, a lot of time people say, well, I spoke to a friend and they said I shouldn't tell you that. And I said, just tell me because it's fine. Like when you're buying out an ex-partner, for example, people say, it's just for home improvements. Have you got quotes for that work? Because the lender could turn around and ask for quotes. I'm actually buying out my ex. Well, that's fine. Just tell me.
And we can work around.
Yeah, exactly. So being upfront and honest with your broker allows them to find the right lender based on your circumstances.
Okay.
And that goes for the same in terms of what your income is, how if you're employed, if you're self-employed, what the setup of that is. So just being very clear from the start.
I just wanted to take a moment in the middle of proceedings here to say a very big thank you to our friends at Trussle.com. They are the sponsors of the whole series. Trussle were the first online mortgage broker, and they've indeed since been voted the best mortgage broker. Not just online, but the best mortgage broker. They are a hassle-free, fee-free way of getting a mortgage, and indeed they are the only broker with a 5-day speed promise. Can you just spell it out for our listeners about the information that they're going to need to provide? Because it's a lot, isn't it?
I think it can seem quite daunting, and it is a lot of information, especially when you're buying a property for the first time.
Yeah.
But it's never as bad as you think. So at Trussle, we have people go on and they fill out, we call it a profile. So that takes all your personal details, such as your name, your address history, your income details, and also the property details. So in order to issue a recommendation, we need your personal details, so we can assess your affordability, what's your income and your outgoings. Also, we're looking at the property. As I said, is there anything unusual? Is it a flat on the 50th story of a building?
Yeah. Do you need sort of lease length and service charge and that kind of thing?
If you don't know all the details straight away when you're making your profile, because estate agent may not have told you, but if you can give very close estimates, and then we can double check that at a later date with the person who will know, such as the estate agent. If again you don't know certain details, valuation will be carried out on the property and they'll pick it up at that stage.
But you're better off to say you don't know rather than
just guess. Yeah. Especially as you mentioned with the lease, if you guess that there was only 20 years remaining on the lease, that won't be enough for most lenders. So your mortgage broker is giving you advice based on what you've told them, and that could mean you could have got a more competitive rate, but they're going to someone who can lend based on a short lease. Also, they'll as well go through your mortgage preferences. So is this your dream home you're going to be staying in for years and years? On that basis, you might want to take a longer term fixed product.
Okay.
Is it a short term kind of setup?
Yeah.
You only see yourself there for a short period of time? Product recommendation might change on that basis. As well, they'll be discussing with you your budget and what you feel comfortable with in terms of, do you want to pay product fees up front? Do you want to add them to the loan amount? Are you needing to go to the fastest lender on the market?
Yeah.
We currently have a speed promise at Trussle, where we work with a number of lenders that aim to get a decision with us in 5 working days. So sometimes it's kind of in someone's interest to go with the fastest lender, rather than the most competitive rate.
Got it.
So all of that your broker can discuss in order to be able to give you the right recommendation for you.
I've not heard of that speed promise before. Do other competitors get involved in that kind of offer?
So kind of at the moment, Trussle is the only one who has such a speed promise guarantee. So it's not all lenders, it is a handful of lenders, and that's purely because not all lenders can provide that type of service where they're able to get back to us so quickly.
Okay. It's quite a promise.
In the world
days.
Today, like there are some lenders that can do it, there are some lenders that can't.
Okay.
But really, things move so quickly with the property market now. So for you, and really can be a very stressful time. So to get you that mortgage offer within 5 days can kind of take a load off you in terms of the process.
Now,
for your
I read
purchase.
on the Trussle website that actually if you fail in that, you send somebody £100.
Yes.
I think that's terrific. So you're backing yourselves there, aren't you? And the lenders that you work with under that scheme.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate not all lenders can come up with the approval within 5 days. But if speed is of perhaps greater importance to somebody than the terms of the offer, then that can happen.
But then we'll always give kind of if a lender that is slightly longer is more competitive, then I'll use my own experience to say, well, they're not 5 days, but potentially they're 7 or 8.
Okay.
So it might not affect you too much, given that
Yeah.
the property you're buying, the person hasn't found an onwards residential and stuff.
Can I ask you about the panel of lenders that you can go to? Because you promote yourselves as a fee-free broker, but you've got to earn money from somewhere. How does that all take shape, and how much of the market can you access?
So we have access to over 90 lenders. So all of those lenders who allow brokers to submit business to them. So we are fees free. We're paid by the mortgage lender right at the end point, so right at completion when you get the keys for the property. So we've got a natural incentive to see you all the way through to the end.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got case managers on hand, chasing the lender, make sure you've got your mortgage offer as quickly as possible to allow solicitors to get on with their processing side of things. And as well, should you have any issues with solicitors, we can give them a nudge for you.
Got it. I've often said, when you're overseeing a transaction as a buyer, you've got to dedicate a lot of time into it, and it's a really important deal. But actually, the same applies to your mortgage, isn't it? There's a lot of people involved: the broker, the lender, the underwriter, the assistant. There's a lot of people shuffling an awful lot of bits of paper. Well, I suppose actually in Trussle case, no paper at all, which is one of the reasons why you do it so quickly.
But it's kind of a good idea then to have the broker who can assist in all areas of that. So yes, you're given kind of a case manager and you have your solicitor, but really your broker can be your point of contact to be like, I'm getting concerned, can you help me with this? Kind of in a way, there are emotions involved in buying a property, so if it is getting quite stressful, you've got a point of contact that you can go to, which again, like I said, as in terms of first-time buyers, things can seem quite daunting, so it's nice to have someone on your side, really.
Got it. And tell me, what can you do for returning customers and clients, people who already own their property? Maybe they want to buy another one, maybe they want to remortgage, maybe their term's coming up. How do you help them?
Yeah, so for any good broker, they'll keep kind of an eye on their clients' expiry dates on their current mortgages. So at Trussle, we have mortgage monitoring. So we input your data once you complete on your mortgage as to when it will be expiring. And then we tend to contact people 6 months before the end of their expiry date so they can start to look at their mortgage options.
Yeah.
I would say 6 months because lenders now issue mortgage offers that will be valid for 6 months. So you don't have to use that offer straight away, but then you've got an active offer in place for when your current product expires. With rates increasing at the moment, it's a good idea to start looking at your remortgage options as quickly as possible.
So you will proactively contact someone that you've worked with before saying, look, what are we going to do? Let's have a chat.
And any good broker will, because ultimately they know your circumstances and you feel comfortable with coming back to them. You've used them before and then you kind of have an ongoing relationship And hopefully you will recommend people to your broker to family and friends as well.
I'm sure it happens every day.
Yes.
So you say that your fees are paid by the lender. In reality, does that go on top of the mortgage?
No. So all lenders, it's called a procuration fee. It's a bit like a commission. So any mortgage broker that submits business to them, they pay them a fee for you're saving the lender a lot of time and money, because that's one less person they have to put in branch to meet with someone face to face.
Yes.
So it's...
Okay.
You'd get the same products going to the lender directly sometimes, but you'd be waiting a lot longer to see a mortgage advisor in branch.
So basically you're saving them money because you speed up the process. You package the borrower's information in the way that each individual lender wants to receive it. You're not wasting their time, and therefore they can pay you a fee.
Yeah, exactly.
All good news. Orla, great to see you. Thank you very much. Can we do this again soon?
Yes, sure.
You didn't say that with much confidence, but I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
A few words of warning. Your home may be repossessed if you don't keep up repayments on your mortgage. You may have to pay an early repayment charge to your existing lender if you remortgage. Individual savings may vary, and terms and conditions can be found at Trussle.com.